Welcome back. It's the Gamer Man, and today we're back with another episode of Head as Code. And we last left off with Simon and Marcos in the library. And I think probably here is when we get our first puzzle. Like I said before, it's a semi-blind playthrough, so it's been a while since I've actually played this one, and also this is the updated version compared to the one I played. Cause like some of this, I don't think we went to the library for the first puzzle actually. So yeah, how's the other day been? Also, I'd like to thank we got a new subscriber, so that's great actually. Now we're up to 3. All right, it's gonna be a long journey, but I'm in for the grind. Let's go. I probably should state this: my video upload is trying to be like 2 videos every week, roughly. So like one towards the beginning, one towards the end. So it's something like that. Trying to make it 2 videos every week. Pace it out a bit. I'm doing other things. Well, let's continue. There were, there were rows upon rows of books. The bookshelf was completely filled to the brim. It's a nice library to look at, actually. Interesting. Here and there was a few little computers scattered around, but most importantly, there was fat windows. Fortunately, all windows had metal plates bolted over them, of course. We won't get those open anytime soon. There was one which was uncovered, but when I looked through it, it's a very bizarre sight. It was some kind of weird small room. I assumed this was the scanner Smiley previously mentioned. But this was an accident. Not that I have been able to leave at the moment since we got through there. We'll probably give him a try. Our search eventually showed us there was a bunch of benches to relax or books to read on. Some tables and seats were off to the side. This place was rather big at that. Oh look, there's a little map here. We can see how really big this place is. That must be the exit room up there. That would certainly come in handy. This place was decently big. Take care of this side, or you look the other side. Let me know if you find anything cool or interesting. Like an ice pop. I said cool, not cold. I'm always talking about leaving this room ASAP. Codes or object we can take and such. Other than Marco split up for me as I took in the size of this room. There were so many books in this place. I was sure I could have stayed here for my whole life reading one a day and still not be done by my death. Yep, as I predicted, our first puzzle has began. So you can go upstairs or just look around for everything. So the way this works is you can either talk to him right off the bat, go upstairs, or just inspect everything. And sometimes you might have to inspect things twice to actually get the clue out of it. Let's start the trash can. This place has a bunch of trash bins strewn around. They're all located close to the wall, even though normally we're situated in accessible places, just in case you in case you drop the trash behind them by mistake. Unless it's finally wanted us to live here for a long time, these are not short unsustainable housing for Ray. At the top of the bin. Leave it to you to everything financial joke. Look inside the bin. We'll hide anything in the bin anyways. I mean, hey, why not? The best place is a plain in sight. Never know. Wasn't that unsanitary? Probably didn't know proper hygiene etiquette. As much as considering, I didn't either, since I assumed there would be something inside the bin. I tried moving it, but it was strongly bolted to the floor, preventing doing so. Hey, all the bins sucked around? Yep. I checked the others already. Actually, that reminded me. One of them had something. Produced a book out of nowhere. I repulsively grimaced at that. Marco, that was in the trash. Doesn't look terrible to me. I think it could be useful. The book is called The could that be Low Codex? Title is a study on the variables of the head. Weird. It has a key with an eye for a handle on the cover. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Why is that kind of book here? I'm in one of those installation of the MTS. I don't know what to do with MTS. Oh, maybe I'll tell us. MTS stood for Montreal Transport Society, which was the company that regulated everything to the metro, from the trains to the tickets to the staff. Plus, Smiley might have been more staff now, Marco brought up. If he wasn't, how do you manage to do all this? The government doesn't exist. Hey, that's the best way to do it. When your government does this, the government's with you. I'll keep the book. Do you mind? Nope. Read it, go study if you want. I'd look somewhere else suitable to read this. Look at this poster. Near the counter was a large poster, so you wouldn't miss it. You read, please be quiet. This is the library. Did you read that in? I guess you had to be sung now, or else you anger the librarian, and then be banned from the library. Well, I didn't see me anyone around, so I guess I'll be the librarian. Then my first action will be smash open the exit. So all I currently have in order to do so are my bare hands. If you really want to do that, go ahead. I don't hurt my fist pounding on it. Remember Ray, how you try to slam the door open? Yeah, our best bet is to escape the place. It's somebody saying my name 3 times throughout the session. Marco Martin, Marco Martin, Marco Martin. How do you feel? The trap times to use something here. Probably was, you buffoon. Between both of us, I definitely the buffoon. Hello, yes, I'm here to return the first edition of Her Bright's M Materials. A book reference. If it was, I don't know. There's no one behind the counter. I'm behind the counter. No, you're in front of it. I'm behind the counter for everyone could be on the other side. That doesn't, it's, you thought what I said, that's just the way I notice. Interesting. Technically, you would be behind the counter if you really think about it. Someone else could be behind that side and you be on the other side. Plant. Saw Marco started a plant. It was pretty rude of him, so I went over to tell him to start doing that right in this instant to learn some manners. Why though? It's a plant. Most likely, this probably think it's plastic. Yeah, we'll adjust. However, when I came near, he lifted a hand as to tell me to stop. Hold on, plant. Don't want any dumb jokes. They're not dumb. No, I just remember something. Young game named Plantain before. Or Plantee. They're Plantee. I guess that's kind of weird. It's not my name. It was like someone's last name. No, it wasn't a first name, you dumbass. It's like, oh yeah. Not the finger and his lace fitted by discover a sequel to immortality or something equally important. Her name was Anastasia Plantain, so her last name. That was his. Why would you tell him no? That couldn't be her last name. Would proceed to say her name, which is the last name. Okay. She was a little silly in the head. I remember her. She had white hair, really weird. I don't know if that's due to condition or. Anyway, her name wasn't like Anastro or something with like okay, I'm making this up. Didn't know you knew other people. Learn things every day. He's making it up. Okay. Looks me like a sad puppy as I chose to discard his dumb joke, then give him a pat and show him reassure him in this trying time we put again. There was an area back with a desk, a bed, and some bookshelf and chair. A little cozy, but there wasn't enough space for anyone to really study there. Looking up, I saw there was a hole in the middle of the second floor, surrounded by more railings. Falling over proved difficult, though the hole was a little too silly too. It would be I expected out of a mansion or something, but the corner was too small. Consider that. Not just for aesthetics. Couldn't get there alone. There was no ladders tall enough in this room unless we stacked the books. We'd take you to do so. We didn't climb. Maybe make stairs out of them. Also, there's enough chairs to probably reach up there. You could do it with a reasonable time, but you could do it in a reasonable time, but it probably won't be worth it. We will make an inaccessible second floor. It's not inaccessible because it's not a real library. What if it's just a replica, or if the books are just duds? But why? I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to make this, make this into a believable space, like a big study room. Anyway, maybe we can get up there if one of us lifts each other. You think I'm in the future? You got some kind of delusion. It's all good. I can do it instead. I'm okay with it. Maybe it's necessary. Then fine. Just don't drop me. Never gonna let you down. Take a moment to appreciate the architecture of this place. While I don't really have a job related to the field, I was still allowed to admire the handiwork. Next to me some kind of painting. I didn't recognize what it was, just some kind of landscape. Fritos was dismissing around these parts. Look, ATM. I'm gonna usually get some money out. Push a few buttons, nothing happens. So push some more. At some point, stop pushing and start smashing hand down the machine. Hey, whoa! Stop with the rage against the machine. Thing is working. You tell them how to stop listening to music too. Probably not even ATM. I'll be ATM here anyways. This is the library. Yes, but okay, it's the library. Don't make so much noise. I abandoned the pursuit, choose not to point out that he was causing much bigger wrecks than I would have. Sat down with a book, Margaret Henderson. I said it would be perfect time to start studying it. Oh shit, I'm missing something. When I opened the book, I saw that it was actually empty writing. Entire thing was like one of the Bible was an empty slot where a drunken priest would put a beer in some B movie. And it's locked. The little bug had to go lock on it, so until I find something to unlock it, that's the end of that idea. It'll continue to search for the key. Go upstairs. I ascended the stairs on the second floor to mount the books at the one on the first floor and get the first floor because it was first on the ground. I don't live in England. Actually, what's wrong with that? This isn't the first floor. We're on the ground. Took one to contemplate idea. Yeah, I guess you technically would be. Yeah, it wouldn't really be the first floor. She'd be on the ground. It'd be technically the second floor, the ground. I guess. Or just be the underground level too. Who knows? If we hadn't been on the ground, I would have been on the second floor. But since we're here, I would probably something like Helmet Mountain Shock. Probably open ground now because we took a flight of stairs from the metro in the first place. Oh, we're above ground. We're just ready to leave this room and escape the streets. No chances. The window bolts are shut and just a secret between you and I. Spoke from below. I actually managed to pull the place off and just a flat wall behind it. No one is here. Shrugged in disbelief. They don't exist. Oh, this place is really above ground. The clock gave me creeps. I couldn't understand why. Oh, maybe because that's not a normal clock. But what is that the reason? Forgot his purpose. She's off the right. I chose to check the inspection I could find in the bookshelf. There's some in the books though, but there was also something to space in between them. One of them I found a gold key. The handle was shaped like an eye. All you had to do is find this key to open your eye. On the second floor, I walked down the stairs. On the book after I sat down, when I opened and cleared the book, I had nothing in it except a large compartment void of pages cut in the middle of it. A golden lock guarded the compartment, which I soon make work of by using the key. The eye in it. Nice, the cover was a dead giveaway. The compartment was another key, which turned with a black and tiny handle, shaped like a clock. It's actually really tiny too. So it's a winding key with a clock inside it. The whatever that is, Dex. Does that mean anything? Inside the compartment with some instruction. My spot is at the end, after every other. As the milliseconds add up to hours, line me. Like I was really close to some of the room. No, don't think about it. Yeah, I'm made me a lot hungrier than I thought it was. Work at a pizzeria, right? Pizza won't be hot. It'd still be hot. It'd just be spelled differently, yeah. They're on the cellar door for pizza with futures. That's my job. What about it? And I just dropped one of my headsets. Put that back up. Alrighty. Why are you so and get up today? Didn't you have some exams? I had a shift this morning before exams. You'd be surprised how much earlier people order pizza in the early days. Oh, that was yeah. I'm doing this early in the morning, so forgive my English. They're absolutely insane, I tell you. But then delivering food for people future your job. You should pay yourself a piece of it. Find us with well, and you got a future, right, Simon? Assuming we get out alive, and assuming there's still a future to grab later on. I tried to avoid outright declining to get a piece, and even my groomers should probably tell him. Maybe I don't know, really know where I'm going. So about the future, it's not that bright. You struggle not pursuing the top any longer. It's like I just dodged top of a pizza, and each dodge one by future. We all have fair share to worry. I'm a Simon here. Come here, ass. In for a reason. Marco. Hello. I'm here. What's up? I was just calling you a first letter. I struggle in defense. Truly, I know what that is, right? Oh, then I didn't have time to tell you earlier, but remember to recall something about Ray? Remember something? Yeah, it's my teacher maybe 2 years ago. He was a teacher of science thing. No, these aren't the only science thing. They're also important life lessons. Essentially, you're right though. If you teach some science class, any other clues, others while you're looking at it? Marco looks pensive. Actually, not a clue but others. Anyway, maybe something from the university tells us together. She go ahead knowing full well Jasmine never gone there. That we know of. Figure out the key, which looked like a clock. We'll use the clock on itself. Standing before it, I push inside the middle regarding regulating the hands. They can move. I spotted the end of the line after all the others. Looking at the clock and what the letters were written on it, I realized it was weird. Oh yeah. It got letters and 4 o'clock. It's not 3. Wait, so that means one's the hour hand, one's the minute hand, and one's for the hand for the seconds, and one for the last 1 millisecond. 4 letters. Last maybe? Maybe it's at the end after everyone else and it has 4 letters. Interesting, that could work. Marco sprung up next to me, having overheard what I've been solving. Here it goes. Twisted the winding key to work the hands. Once aligned to me the word last, the clock opened. Behind the wall was safe, seemed a bit cold to the touch. It's a refrigerator. See what's inside. You brought us some sandwiches and a piece of electronic, and a small tab with a code on it. That's small. Got a password to get out? Why is food here? I don't care, I'm hungry. He swiped one out to the other. Didn't trust the sandwiches because it seemed really strange, but his mind was body into his own and didn't fall dead. Figured might want to have it. Figured why not? Figured there may not be. Wait a minute. I figured there may not have been any problem with him. I couldn't understand why. It'd be kind of hard to escape when you're starving to death. I feel like it'd be kind of pointless to poison you when you're starving to death to try to escape. When Smiley said that everyone was his bloodline. So, yeah, that'd be kind of weird to do. I'm just make you die. Here's a sandwich. I know I need all of you, but I'm here to eat this sandwich and die. A few minutes passed while I ate our sandwiches. Marco was looking at his half-eaten sandwich. So something struck me, pointed out. And remember when you shared something about sandwiches? Swallowed and talk. I plucked the top of my mouthful and I don't understand what you're telling me. Took a few seconds to do that before finishing his bite each one. Shook my head in complete derision. What do you want to say that was so important that you risk not being able to understand? I just remember. Sorry about that. What I was talking about earlier about hunger. Remember how I said when you get hungry, you aren't really hungry? I remember that doesn't make any sense. Think of it that way. When you're hungry, when you get hungry, your stomach growls, and when you go, "Oh my God, I'm hungry," that's because your stomach sends to the brain to tell you, "Yo, I gotta eat." Well, I gotta starve. What you basically feel is that. But suppose you had one potentially finding more, and you still alive by some miracle. Your stomach will growl, but you won't feel it. You won't feel hungry anymore. That means when the stomach gets hungry, the head is what knows the stomach is hungry. Does it make sense? Like it's a signal, what I'm trying to explain. But isn't it enough that you get the signal anyways? It'll make you feel hungry, but you aren't hungry. Poke my stomach. I pulled away. What finger if you already poked me? Get it out? Well, you just felt the same way. I didn't touch you. In fact, I didn't even touch your body. Oh, I touched your shirt. You sure will connect the skin, which connects to your nerve, which connects to your brain. Even touches the signal in a sense. But did I really touch you? Now that's the question. I looked at him with a victorious gleam in my eye. But this time he was the one who would get joked on. Trying to create some sort of defense just in case you get arrested for touching. Marco left-handed defense. Oh, come on now, not 4 times. I won't do that. Sure, that'll fly very well with your eventual wife. She said you're really good in bed today. I loved it. And you'll play, oh, I didn't really touch you. That was just a signal. This time I managed to avert his eyes. Simon, 0.1. Marco, 5,367 points, maybe. We really laughed at it. Hey, don't delay the lunch either. We still gotta eat and get out of here. But alright, you got me fine. I just finished eating. Even though we're down exploring this place, evidence about the fact we had a pass escape, further we have yet to see one of the location. Back in the hallway, a locked door barred my progress. Really came with the passage I found. Inside was a stranger room. Best of it itself was the bottleneck. The room was somewhat wide at first, but led in a hallway that could be accommodated with one person. The hallway also had a strange blue glow on a wall and walls and ceiling floor. Some sort of checkpoint? Looks dangerous. I definitely don't want to cross this until we know what to do with it. Since we want a bit of a schedule with the other group, also like to finish your exploration, decide looking at things more closely for the time being. I skipped up by accident. Hey Marco, you won't believe what I found. Come on, there we go. What? You find the exit? No, wait, that's believable. You find a cleaning in England? Found the exit. Oh great, let's go then. I don't think that's a good idea. See, you had these scanners or something. I think he's going to check if we have the ninth person with us. If we don't, Marco doesn't seem like the adventurous type today, so he wordlessly agreed to leave it alone for now. Maybe you've been to when I checked for that. We're downstairs and enter the password. Both sides are not open. Alright. Lay it back. Sure. You could also head in further by using the train on the same side we came in on, but that would cut us off from the rest. Probably not wise to do so. Then again, what even is wisdom? I waited for him to continue the thought, but he shrugged. I don't know. I guess it's a rhetorical question. Sometimes people do stupid things, but you know a lot about that. Well, I gave him some sass and moved downstairs, followed by him. He grumbled some sort of retorts, but I knew that he had nothing to strike back with. Once we arrived at the station, past the little lobby, we waited for the train in silence. Usually it would take a while, but I felt smiling with a regular place to go faster. You probably wouldn't want whatever you're trying to make us do stay forever. I keep getting clicked by accident. Train arrived just as a guest and we boarded it momentarily. I just stepped on the car myself wondering what was the purpose behind this. That's a good question. What is the purpose behind all this? I mean, explain it. It's like a dating game and whatnot. What is this true intent of doing everything? What is the true intent of keeping everybody here? What do you guys think what his true intent is? Oh, while before I engage with the audience, I'm trying to do that more often. So it's not just just hearing me talk, gameplay talk. I'm trying to make it a little bit more engaging to the audience. So you know, you have something to enjoy with. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. Also, like and subscribe. Yeah, you should do that. Please. Well, this train's gonna run you over. Alright, let's go. The train took off and we get in silence. The announcer once again gave us a destination, but I barely listened to it. Instead, I would think about how silly this entire thing was, really. Why did Smiley even make us do this? Why lock the doors? What exactly do we do here? We have certainly accomplished anything great. All we did was make a tablet boot up, then we were fed the answer. Finally, we arrived at the station. The old man and the strange girl had disembarked it. Well, that's surprising. They're waiting for the same train. Oh, look at that. A&E entered the train with the old man carefully leading the girl by hand. Gave me a smile when we entered. patiently waiting until the girl was inside too before speaking to us. How serendipitous. I'm surprised I even got that right the first time. Oh, the last time I'm getting any like big words right. We were taking the same train to go back to the first station. Have you two managed to find anything special? Nope, not really. Sandwiches are kind of special, but not ordinary. Hmm. You'll find the exit. Well, I found it. Yeah, E can't do much because he's blind at death. E was, unfortunately, say, not too useful for the sort of thing. Right, we found one. Your type of scanner. Out of blues, like, yes, it did have that too. Thought it more prudent not to take chances now. Besides, we can always return to the station. I remained quiet, content with the following movement of the train as it went towards mid station. I was wondering about what we'll find up there once we get the doors unlocked. We had to find a library, but what did others find? About to ask them, but the train stopped. Then I figured perhaps it would be better if we all shared information when we all arrived, avoiding any unnecessary repetition. Alright, let's go. Old man A and E are at the place. When Marco called me over, I realized that was the case. If we didn't have a proper, the train would leave without us. Quickly, we stepped outside. They all decided to come back here. A approached us while pondering everything else motives, and the train drove off, and he made me an offer. In the meantime, I believe Eve would like to communicate with more of you. However, due to her state, it's quite one-sided conversation. As a result, I proposed to her that I teach someone else how. Would you like to do it? Sure, but aren't gestures you kind of share complicated? There's a woman coward in me rearing his head again. I didn't want to accidentally insult Eve by mistake or fail to formulate the basic sentence to begin with. It's understandable, because granted, if you don't know how to do sign language, which I learned a little bit at work, that sign languages actually count differently to a certain degree. For the 3, it's not 3. And 6, it's not, well, obviously. They kind of do everything almost on one hand. Except when you get to double digits, you kind of have to need another one. And in the face of my question, A simply gaffed. A guffed. That's part 9 of me, my boy. Body. Took me weeks to even scratch the surface of a complicated touch language. No, something simpler. From his back, he produced a pen. Braille pen can condense the matter within air into a solid form. It is a little like deposition, the process of turning something from a gaseous state to a solid one. In reality, it's more like a miniature 3D printer. Why didn't you not say that? This one's for the letter A. They only work perfectly on uniform surfaces, such as he produced a few strips of papers, which I was made to take. Then he followed by taking out another 25 total pins, holding them with his hands. That's high technology. Sure, you're fine giving this to me. Don't temporarily make a way, so of course, he can read Braille, and these will print out the sequence of pins that will let her read it. We're still working on getting them into a single pin, but can you imagine a pin with setting for 26 different letters? It'd be difficult. And also, I used to have the punctuation pins, but I don't know where they've gone. That would be useful to have, though. I think pretty sure though that something like that exists for real life for Braille, for Braille people that read Braille. That'd be kind of interesting. But granted, that would be hard to condense everything in one pen if it was like letters for Braille. I wonder if this man was a little senile. It's all well and good, but I can't carry this. I don't have the means to do so, you know. I illustrated by pointing his hand was struggling to carry him on. He answered by dropping her onto my arms, which had a cross to carry them. Hey, you know, I saw that dilemma. From his bag, he produced yet another bag, but smaller. Put them inside this. He opened it at me, and I dropped a lot of pins inside. Carefully, I inserted the sheets of paper we carried along them. This bag hopefully not be too cumbersome. It's nice to be a little lighter too. I have quite many things carrying inside of me. That reminds me, Smiley took all our stuff and didn't take it back away. It's been something I contemplated too. Why are you sweating, bro? Why are you sweating? What you hiding? Why are you sweating like that? Perhaps Smiley wanted to make sure I could be useful as I desired. Hey, you too. Come over here and check this out. Marcos called from the console next to each other. He was aiming them closely. He approached and pointed with his thumb at the second one, which showed a bunch of asterisks. There are 4 keybags on a wall, and we're in 4 groups. So I thought maybe I'll enter a enter a password we had at our station. Lo and behold, the console now broken. Wait, did you break it? No, I just can't do else with it. I can't erase it or anything else. Ah, perhaps you recognize the input. Have you tried putting in the other console too? I did. I'll allow to erase or enter more stuff except for this one. It seemed to recognize the input then. Okay, so basically, if you get the code from all your station correct, you put them on to move on to the next area, most likely. Let me try putting in the code we had found in our first station. As the old man was doing it, I observed carefully. Indeed, much like after Marco, the console started responding once the code was in. Perfect. I was here to wait for the other teams. Making progress, my boys. As almost fate when it's with the code, the train arrived. Turn around and look at the station, wonder what could be coming out next. First one left was Ray. As usual, I told Foul. Jasmine followed after. Waited for the twins to leave. They didn't step out and the train drove off. Hey, I'm fine. I'm glad. We still missing people on. The twins aren't with you? Negative. They must be having some difficulty puzzling. I wasn't too terrible, but we found some stuff. Kind of stuff. Wasn't only interested, Pete. The old man and Marco was also listening, dressed in motion, ready to join us. And the angry man was already settled in by his lonesome again. Let me show him that. Yes, I think it's fairly important. It's not like I really care to help anybody. On the hand, the sooner we catch the fucker, the better it'll be. So, yeah. He got a piece of paper from his pocket. It looked rather mistreated. The man barely handed him play natural as they unfold. Seeing the fact none of the room contained anything like this, I was rather curious. Thing it says one of you isn't like the others. And there's a stupid part full of grammatical errors. None smiling within my mask. Look at Smiley is spelled 2 eyes within it, spelled the E at the end. That's kind of stupid. Smiley came with like a right. No, it is to teach how those additional letters. It's just like what way? The man had an idea. I could tell the way his eyebrows were frowning. It wasn't just doing it. He was advancing good. Oh, I get it. I get it now, Smiley. Your little accomplice. Think I would notice? You didn't in fact notice. Shut up, someone. Don't let the others. That's a traitor. So our mug is inwardly smiling. We got I and E. Doesn't mean I, E, as in me, E. The bond goes on it. Actually, I can corroborate that the fact she no bombs on it. Yeah, you can know that. I bet she can hear us. See, she's just playing for fools. Who walked towards Bernie's path was A, who was adamant about her situation. Nope, she's legitimately blind to death. This ain't gonna work. Stop this madness once. The woman, idiot, spotted reply. Yet he did nothing of sorts. He remained there like a wall. An old man easily pushed wall, but nothing a wall less. I watched on the sidelines the situation quickly escalating the fight, but I couldn't do anything. Jasmine was looking disapprovingly at everyone, and Marco also looked as though he didn't get involved, averting his eyes. Surprised when E didn't move. I assumed still no idea what was going to happen. Since A suited Ray, he was an old man, and I felt as though, well, like I felt terrible. Boy, so young, healthy, not too bad physically speaking. Moved forward as to join A in his struggle, but Ray managed the two in the end. My intervention was necessary. I don't believe the reason why Ray abandoned his battle soon became apparent to train at Rival Station. Twin stepped out. Perhaps the man didn't want to come with violence in front of children, but that was given to him with credit. He was on drinking plastic and back to his isolation. Had to probably back home. If something happened. The first twin to just smart looked at us all on turns, having figured that event had taken place. Explained things to her, but the other joined her momentarily. I know, we all seem to be stuck together. Sure, that would not know what it means. Tuna was explaining her reasons once we talked about strength creator. Life's full of treasure, so I wouldn't be surprised. Sometimes they're really close to you, but it doesn't specifically say, right? It says, not like the others. What is linked to all of us that the eighth wouldn't share? Yeah, that's hard to tell. Maybe we find one that don't probably just put the two soul generation madness on this. Yes, everything's fine. I'm sure we get along promptly like you said. It's not like we have to call a depth test or negative anything. As well, Before this devolves into a fight again, we gotta move on. The door is closed though. Damn, I need help and yours too, G, correct? Good. What we need to do? Go to each of our codes on the second console wall. They stop refining while the other ones still work. So taking you into all four of them, the door will come open, I see. Let's give it a shot. I waited while Jasmine entered one of the rooms and found into the one her team found, and G into the twins found. Meantime, I had the option of talking to some people. Talk to her. Came back H with E. The former was trying to make the girl react by doing a bunch of movement in front of her face, but E wasn't reacting at all. What are you doing? It's doing rude. Is it? She can't even see me. She doesn't know what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything. It's alright, but we can see you. At least the iCats is ever too busy. Do you care then? I want to tell you something. I can't. Disabilities are dumb. All of them should go away. I hate them all. That's so simple. Yeah, but we're talking about woman came and pinned that lemon right in braille. Yeah, I had a feeling she would snatch him away. Wait, I wasn't done explaining. In time, so ahead. Just give me some like 1 sec. I hate you. I hope you die. If I could let you die, I probably would. I do not care for this character. She gave E the paper, though E looked more and more puzzled as she read her hand upon it. I really don't understand what you're saying, sorry. What? I thought things would come out with a way to use the pen that I didn't have time to explain. If I could get you killed, I would. I don't care for you. I hate you. They will also have to lobby beyond the station. Stop pushing. It's hard space for all of us. Thank I'm okay. We all find ourselves in front of either and we go by one more and start to find it first. Do the fuck I want. It comes out, so again, watch out. After a brief moment of colonography, we all came upstairs into a particular room. Interesting. And this is where I stop. Sorry. Alright, so let's do an overcap. Ray's still a terrible person. H is, well, no, not H. Yeah, that would be H. H is also a terrible person. G's decent. A is interesting, but that man's a little weird because every time you sweat when you question him something. Yasmin is also weird at times. Marco is just Marco. And me is just me. Simon hasn't really done much. Also, the puzzle will get more complex later, but it gives you like something to like think about for the first one. It kind of, I guess, easy way in if you're wondering why that one was so easy. And so this will get a little bit more complex as we go through. I'm comparing it based on the other version, which got a little more complex as we went through. Yeah, I'm enjoying the game so far. And I can see you guys also enjoying the game so far. So that's really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna stop it right here. And until next time, it's your favorite player, the Gamer Man. And I'll see you guys later. Like and subscribe, and bye.